Hi, hello. For people who know me, I'm Aya Kadir, and I go by the name because that's my OC's name, long story. But anyways, hi everyone. I'm gonna get into cosplay, and you guys get to watch, and it's a closet cosplay of Ayano Aishi. So let's get started. I think the camera angle has changed a little, but it doesn't matter. So we're gonna start by putting my wig cap on. You know, gotta get that hair on my face. And so yeah, after I do that, I just go in with a color corrector, well, concealer corrector, and I just go up here, and then I go right here, and then I'm gonna go in with this makeup stick. It's what it's called. It's not my shade because this is like makeup I was given. So yeah, I forgot one spot. So story time now. Okay, so when I was younger, I had a 504 plan. And so, you know, like, I was, like, young, and this was, like, in my old school, because, like, now I'm, like, out of that school. And so, basically, our principal, she would come in and instead of our guidance counselor, she was out, and she was out this day, Saturday, because our old principal was a devil. I swear. Anyways, so, one of my accommodations that was, and still is, because I have an IEP now, is I can look outside, I can look out a window anytime needed, blah blah blah. Okay, so I was just following like that. He was like, I didn't know, like blah blah blah. And she looks at me and says, you're not showing me a little respect right now, Missy. And I'm like, okay, but like I'm okay. I don't know what to say to that. So I said, okay. And so she's like, oopsies. So she's like, well, you could be showing me a little respect right now. And I said, if you're not going to show me respect, I'm not going to show you respect. Because there's a lot of stories with her that I will tell after this one, if I have time. But, so then she's like, do you want to go to the office? And I'm like, to get out of this room, then sure. Because she wasn't following my 504, which, like, obviously she couldn't get, like, in trouble for that because she was at the meeting for it. She was at the meeting. Anyways, so that's like one story about my old principal. I will probably make a whole series about this if I have to because I did not like this woman. So, yeah. Second story. So this is when Hamilton came out, like on Disney Plus. And so basically, she calls me to the office, like from the the loudspeaker, whatever it's called. And so she's like, hi Ayaka, and I'm like, what's up? How you doing? Because I actually said that, of course. I said hi, hello. And so she's like, I just watched Hamilton. I know how much you and your one of your ex-friends really like it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's really cool. I loved it. It was, you know, pretty cool. And so she's like, want to tell me your favorite character? And I'm like, sure. It's Angelica. And she's like, don't you think she's a little boy crazy? And I said, no, she shows no. Okay, I accidentally stopped the thing. Well, actually, purposely. But, anyways, she's like, do you think she's a little boy crazy? And I said, no, she shows a woman should have rights and all that stuff. She's a girl boss. And so she's like, okay, whatever. And I'm like, okay, what did you call me here for? And so we talked about the freaking, we talked about my behavior. Apparently, I was disruptive to, like, my class when I was sitting there drawing because I had permission to do that. Like, I'm just cool, you know? I got permission to do, like, these wild things. So, we were talking about that. I said, same thing, it's in my accommodations, I'm following them, I'm doing everything I need to. And she's like, well, then also you moved your seat away from some kid. And I'm like, yeah, because he was disrupting my learning, and I wanted to learn, and the school never taught me anything, so I don't know, I'm behind in my classes. But anyways, so, you know, basically, anyways, I'm going in with the red, by the way, right here. Anyways, but, so, she's like, well, you can't do that, and I'm like, why can't I do that? She's like, because that's not allowed. You're moving away from this kid because he has learning disabilities. And I'm like, okay, what is his learning disability? So I don't make fun of him. I would never make fun of anyone for learning disability. Blah, blah, blah. But, so, she says, and I'm like, exactly, that's the point. You don't know what they are, and you don't even know if he has any. I moved away from this kid because all he was doing was screaming, and like he was like interrupting class every like 5 minutes, blah blah blah. And so I'm like, Miss Teacher, can I move to the window? And like I was taking my little notes, being a little goody two-shoes. Anyways, I got one more story. Going with the Clinique blush is in the color Rose. I'm pretty sure. I can't read. I don't have my glasses on. I don't have contacts. Anyways, COVID rolls around. My last year in this school. Lovely, lovely. Anyways, so this school, you know, they cared more about our safety, blah, blah, blah. And so we had to learn outside. I don't know what just fell. We had to learn more outside than inside, and it was cold out and all that stuff. So I was, you know, we were outside. It was like, probably like 20 degrees out. And so if you don't know, it's like, that's like cold. Like that's warm for where I'm at. Like in like fall and winter, that's warm. But it was cold. We were all cold. It was wet, snowy. We all wanted to go inside. So I said, Miss Teacher, can we go inside? She's like, after I finish this page of the book, then we will go inside. I'm like, okay. Now, the principal overheard me say that. She's like, come here, Missy. And I'm like, yes, what do you want? What do you want this time? And so she's like, that was a little disrespectful, you asking to go inside. And I'm like, no, it's not. The whole class is freezing. We want to go inside. And she's like, well, don't you not like having your mask off? I don't care. I don't care. I want to go somewhere where I'm warm. And like, yeah. And so she sent me back. And the teacher was like looking at me like when we were walking back in. She's like, what was that about? And I'm like, I don't know. So my friend's calling me. More stories about my old school because I was only there like a year and a half by the time we got a new principal. So I basically don't have anymore. That was basically it. She just did not like me. That's the gist. But here's a story about our musical season. Seriously cool. So basically this season, it was chaotic because we had like not that many good actors because all of them graduated. So it wasn't as fun this year. But that's okay. Basically, one of my younger classmen, they got a pretty good role. They were one of the Wiggersham. I'm like, good job. I'm so proud. You're doing such a great job. And he was like, just flipping me off all that stuff. I'm like, okay. I get he could be like, could have been embarrassed, but like, honestly, this kid just never liked me, and I did nothing wrong to him. I know I'm a little annoying, but like, I never even talked to that kid. And like, every time he was near me, he'd be like, can you shut the hell up? Girl, can you get out of my conversation? I did not like this kid at all. Anyways, fake eyelashes, so I'll be right back. People got roles who didn't want, people got roles and didn't want the roles, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, understudy matinee. The understudies, they didn't practice. It was obvious showing. And a lot of them, they could not sing. And I'm not saying that like in a rude way. I'm saying that like, oh my gosh, they couldn't sing. Like a few of them, they were pretty good singers. They just weren't loud enough. And so like, I'm a little petty person. I was mad that I didn't get roles. And it was super sad though watching people have roles that like didn't practice or like didn't like do like what they were supposed to. And then like got the main, you have like the actual actors up in the front row watching, and it's like they were just kind of sitting there like acting out like what to do as well, or like singing along with them. It was a mess. But the actual opening night, the middle night and the closing night, they were all good. Matinees, they were good. Of course I fell. It's my national thing to fall during a musical. So anyways, yeah, now I'm gonna put the uniform on, like the thing, and then I'm going to put the wig on, and yeah. No, the camera view has changed like 27 times. It's not my fault. I just like pick like my iPad up because I'm recording my iPad because I don't have any storage on anything else, and like also like I don't have a camera yet, and I might be buying one. Exciting. And so yeah, I styled this, and then yeah, wig. It's not styled because it was for Hanako when I used to do a Hanako cosplay on my own account. I got logged out a while ago. Anyways, bye everyone. I need to work on an outro and an intro because this is my first time making a YouTube video. I hope y'all like it. Like, subscribe if you want. I don't care. Thank you for watching. Bye.